Thank you so much. Thanks for great to be here, to be surrounded by so many industry specialists here in Hungary. Security is probably one of the oldest professions in the world, next to another old profession. Ever since the start of humanity, populations have relied on security specialists, we call them guards, to protect other people and to protect other places. And these guards, they were selected on a number of capabilities and capacities. First of all, the guards were there to keep people in or out of certain places. And they had the forces, the muscle forces to do so. Secondly, the guards were also quite good in detecting danger. So these people were selected on their capability to see things, to hear things, and to respond to that. Mostly of those guards, they also had very strong voices to alert people or to scare away other people. So this is a tradition and this is a profession that exists since the start of humanity. It's only a few decades ago that we started to equip those guards with technology. We gave them technology. Most of the things you see around here didn't exist 50 years ago. And the first type of technology we gave to these guards to perform their profession better was we provided them with smart access control technology. So things, and I see our friends from HID are over there, so technology that helps to determine who's allowed in the building or outside of the building, and technology that can prevent intruders from access the building or the site. Smart gates, automatic doors, those type of things. The second piece of technology we gave them was eyes. We gave them technology eyes. We gave them much more eyes than they had from as a human being. Vision is here all over the place. I see a lot of eyes. We gave them 360-degree eyes. We gave them fish eye. We gave them many more opportunities to detect danger and to look around every corner of the signs of the building group. And that dramatically is increasing their ability to keep a building safe. The eyes themselves became intelligent, so they could detect what's happening, they could prevent certain things to happen and so on. Now, the thing that is missing from most of those security systems, and the thing we forgot to give those guards, is ears and a mouth, a voice. Many of the security systems we see today, they are silent systems and they are deaf systems. And what we do at Zenitel is exactly that. We provide problems and solutions, we call them critical communication systems and solutions, that enable security systems to be much smarter, to increase situational awareness, to make them more responsive, and to increase the decision power of security systems. So we add audio to security systems. So if you talk a little bit about what's happening in our part of the business, if you think about critical communication system, what are the key developments and the key innovations that are going on? I'd like to mention three things. First is, I call it convergence or unification. When we are invited into our customers' large facilities and sites, I think about oil refineries, I think about hospitals, I think about nuclear power plants, train stations, airports, hospitals, prisons, right? When we are invited to such invites, we typically find 4, 5, 6 or 7 siloed audio or communication systems. Typically we see the typical door intercom system used by security and access control people. Next to that, we very often see emergency telephones, systems directly connected to first responders in case of an emergency. Very often we see mobile radio networks, security guards, operators running around with mobile radio. Next to that, we see public address systems, operational systems for background music or operational announcements. And then we very often see another system, which is the voice evacuation system. In case of fire, in case of when a building needs to be evacuated, you see another system. We at Zenitel, we bring all those systems together in what we call a unified critical communication system. So with our Zenitel Connect Pro platform, we bring all those systems together, and that not only gives huge cost efficiencies, you save a lot of costs, as you need less devices, but it also increases the effectiveness of those systems. All of a sudden, a public address announcement also reaches the mobile workers through their mobile radio. All of a sudden, if your operational systems during an emergency, they turn into emergency systems. So unification is the number one thing that's happening in our industry and the number one development focus that we have. The second thing is smart integrations. I mentioned many of the technology platforms that we have here today. Smart integrations in bringing your audio in a smart way into your camera systems for access control systems gives a lot of new benefits and a lot of new use cases. And for us, integration is not simply passing a voice stream from one system to the other or connecting a camera to an intercom or to an access control system. This is about really automating the security procedures you have today. I give a few examples. Every IP device, every intercom, every IP speaker that we sell has listening capabilities. And I'm not talking about recording audio, but it just records the background noise that you have in the room. A change in the level of background noise can automatically trigger the associated camera to come on front of the operator screen. A very simple workflow, a very simple integration that dramatically increases the value of your CCTV system. The second example is, we all have the experience when you try to enter a gate and you batch your mesh and access is denied. Normal systems today are silent, and it's up to you to push a button and call somebody for help. It's a very, very simple, smart integration to have the access control system detecting why it is not giving you access. For example, my badge is expired, and play an automated message to be, welcome sir, your badge is expired, please do this or that. So we automate a lot of those workflows across the different platforms, and by doing so, we make all those platforms perform in a much better way. So that is what we do. That's the only thing we do. We focus on audio, critical communications. We unify that audio. We make it much better integrated into the existing systems. Last but not least, our third key development focus today is what I call the new waterproof. 10 years ago, the number one question we were asked if we installed intercom systems in our clients is, are those things waterproof, right? Or dustproof? Can they withstand salt and waves and all those hazards? The new waterproof is called cyberproof. The most important thing that our customers are looking for today is cyber resilient solutions. We all know that operational security systems will be hacked. And one day, a hospital or a prison will have all doors open or all doors locked, and dramatic things can happen. And the hacking will happen through the weakest link. Hackers will enter the operational system through a camera that is not well protected, an intercom that is not well protected, or any other IP device that is not well protected. At Zenitel, we adhere to the highest level of cybersecurity. We work hand in hand with most of the penetration testing companies. We work hand in hand with our demanding customers, and we put cybersecurity as a top priority for our development. So with that, I can see my time is up. We have a booth all the way there at the entrance. I want to thank again the guys from RIEL for putting together a fantastic event. It's one of the best I've seen in a long time in the industry. Congratulations. Also great to have all the other technology vendors here that we work with on a day-to-day basis. So please come and visit us at the Zenitel booth all the way up to the entrance, and I wish you a fantastic next rest of the day. Thank you very much.